when you play on the road, you have to do all I hate even calling it dirty work because it's doing the things necessary in order to win. It's the blocking out, it's the sprinting back on defense, it's making extra passes, it's all of those things, and we haven't adjusted to how you have to play in those environments, and that's something as a coaching staff we have to continue to relay and get through to our guys and build on every single day because it is a process. And look, you want to go through the process winning games. As a coach, I'm never going to be okay losing a game. That's not how I'm wired. That's not how our program is wired. But if it makes us learn the necessary lessons that we have to in order to get to where we want to go by the end of the year, that's what we have to do. And so we're full steam ahead. We're attacking every practice every single day and making sure we understand what you would call the dirty work, but for us it's the necessary work. It's why we've been successful winning in any environment we've put ourselves in, but this group hasn't done it to the level that's needed so far.
Arkansas gets the win at home, 80-75. As the students pour onto the floor, this is just a wild scene as the Blue Devils will inbound. And Georgia Tech has pulled the upset. 72-68 the final score as the Blue Devils fall on the road here in Atlanta. Heartbreak in Fayetteville. And now here at Georgia Tech as the Blue Devils fall to 5-3 on the season.
We had two really tough road losses, and to play those games early in the season, one in November, one the first week of December, it's happened early. And, we didn't play our best, and I think we learned as a group how tough it is to win on the road. And the thing that I did learn about our group, though, is we fought and put ourselves in a position to win both those games. Arkansas, we're a free throw away from making a one-possession game. You get a stop, you have a chance to tie the game. Georgia Tech, we're winning by 4 with a couple minutes to go. And the margin of error, wherever you play, but especially when you play on the road, is so thin. And we have to do a better job in practice, cutting down that margin, winning possessions whenever you can, because if you look at our games, it comes down to a possession. And so for us, there's a lot to learn, a lot to take away. But for me as a coach, I have as much faith and belief in our group as ever. We just have not put it all together yet, and that's something we all have to work on every day to make that happen. The thing that you have to change is your habit. Once you do it all the time, it doesn't matter if it's a practice with nobody watching, if it's a home game with our fans supporting us, if it's a road game, neutral, if you're playing in the summertime, it doesn't matter where it is. Your habits are your habits. So if you have the habit of blocking out every time a shot goes up, then you're going to do it no matter where you are. If you have the habit of locking in on the ball and being refused to get screened, then that's what you're going to do. And so for us, we are going to continue to attack our habits every single day, where it becomes who we are no matter what the circumstances are.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. They say Coke Zero is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Real steel. Find yours.
I need to try it first.
This match is the largest lead by VCU in the second half, and this one misses, and DeMarcus Nelson rebounds. 14 seconds. Here comes Markey, all the way down inside, runner up, got it! DeMarcus Nelson drove them into the floor with 10 seconds left. It's 77 apiece. And here comes VCU. He'll take it, free throw line, pull-up jumper, got it! Later knocks it down with 1.8 seconds left, and they are celebrating their victory.
Well, my earliest experience being part of our program was my freshman year, and we had 2 losing streaks of 4 games in a row. And it was one of the hardest things I've gone through in my life and my basketball career, where you find out very quickly, one, losing isn't okay. Like that's not okay to lose. But then 2, you always take responsibility when you do. And it's not something, I've learned this from Coach K, and it's what our program is about. You don't point the finger when you lose or make an excuse. You take full responsibility. You look in the mirror, you figure out what you have to do better, and then you translate it to the preparation so the next opportunity that you have, you're ready to go. And that's where my focus is right now. That's where I want our team's focus to be. Outside noise doesn't matter. Whatever people's expectations or people say, it's good or bad. It didn't matter when people are saying you're the best thing in the world, and it doesn't matter when people are saying you guys can't win a game right now. You have to focus on the preparation and taking full responsibility.
Responding to a loss is definitely a tough thing, and it's not something that I think Duke basketball is used to or, should get used to, because obviously, the tradition here of winning. But I think any team is going to go through adversity, and I think right now we've just hit a little bit of adversity, and if anything, it's just going to make us better, make us go at each other harder in practice, make us come together as a group. And I really think, this season we're going to start taking off, and, we're going to play each game like it's, a March Madness game.
No matter what you say or prepare for, it's a hard thing to go through. And for our team, I'm proud of the fact we have a lot of players returning from last year's group, but it still is new and young. And so for our guys, even our sophomores, this is a different situation for them to go through. We're asking them to be the guys for us on a daily basis, on a nightly basis. And so it's a hard thing until you go through it. And it's up to us in order to teach them the mindset you have to have and the will you have to have in order to keep going, not just keep preparing, because if you're losing like this, if you lose back-to-back, no matter if you're close or not, there's something that has to change. And so it's up to us as a coaching staff to identify, here are the areas we need to change, and then it's up to our players to then take that to another level, to have the ownership and the pride to change them, and then all come together, and then the next opportunity we have, let's go. And that's, end of the day, that's all that matters.
So Foster gets a touch, wants to drive along the left side of the paint, off the window. It looks so effortless at times. 5-on-3 to the right, McCain, wide open, and he buries it. Got to the free throw line, drives all the way in, scoops with the left hand, no. Stewart there to clean it up. Lobbed it back up top, stolen by Blakes. And here we go one-on-one the other way. In on Sturdivant, off the left window and down. Blakes a theft, a bucket, and it's a one-point game.
There's, of course, adjustments we want to make as a staff, too. When you think about our team through the first 8 games, I've learned a lot about our group because it's a very different group than last year. There are things that we're continuing to find out that evolve. A couple guys have really come on recently. You know what TJ Power has done, Caleb Foster, putting Flip in the best position that we possibly can. Those things are front and center on my mind, but first and foremost, it's a collective defense. It's a collective responsibility on the defensive end. But as a coaching staff offensively, we have to put our guys in a better position where it's flowing, ball's moving, we're getting downhill. Teams have done, I don't want to call it junk defense because it's been smart and they've done a good job, but they've played very different against us than how a traditional defense is played. They've really tried to pack the paint, take away the rim, and we need to be more prepared and do a better job adjusting to that.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Duke's new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics, where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists, where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory, where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
When you're injured, you should not be ignored by the insurance company.
We know the amount seems low, but this is what your case is worth.
Just click here.
We understand you can't work. Click at the bottom. You want more.
Call a law firm that will fight for the justice you deserve.
You weren't gonna click that, were you?
Tell them you mean business. Call the law offices of James Scott Farron on the Hurt Line right now.
You can have live college sports in your hand this year with the brand new Varsity Network app. Hear live, play-by-play, and keep up with your favorite teams and audio broadcasts no matter where you are with this free new app. Be sure to download the Varsity Network app today.
The 4 freshmen really fit in immediately. They brought an incredible work ethic, an incredible hunger, and they're also fortunate that they have guys that have been through it before. And, you know, a lot of our freshmen last year, we threw them into the deep end, and they had to figure out how to swim on their own. Whereas this year, they have other guys that can help them learn how to swim, learn how to survive, learn how to be the best basketball player that they can at this level. And so they've completely immersed themselves in our program and have done a great job. Starting with their work ethic, their hunger, their confidence on the court has been just a joy to see.
Foster will be the inbounder here, bounces it in for Stewart, and right on cue, he hammers it home for two. And here comes Proctor, left to right, a hit ahead for McCain, on the right, a three, count it. Another screen at the top of the key, kicks to the right, Foster again, big time! Kalen Foster dials it up! 24-piece on the right, Power gonna launch, and hit a three! Rattles it home on the right.
The freshman group, those are my guys. I start smiling and talking about them, but we've been together every day since the first day we got here in the summer, and it really starts with our bond on the court and the work that we always put in. Early mornings, after practice, coming back late at night, but we always got each other's backs, and we take classes together. We're carpooling to the gym and to go get food, but like I said, it's all surrounded by basketball, and I think it shows, when we get on the court together and practice our chemistry and everything. So we're just trying to, heighten everything around the whole team.
The left baseline drive, back up top, Power gonna launch and hit a three.
TJ Power, I'm so proud of, who he is as a person first and foremost, but then also the attitude that he's had. And as a freshman, highly regarded, been incredibly successful as a baseball and basketball player. He's not a guy, when you look at his history, where he's had a lot of setbacks or failures. And so for him, though, he comes here and he has a couple of DMPs. He's playing inconsistently. There are things we're asking him to do to grow and get better at. And every day he shows up to work. He gives us his all. He's coachable. And, I put him in the Arkansas game. It's on the road. It's an electric environment. They were ready for us. And I put him in, and he was ready to go because that was his preparation. He hits 2 threes. He competed. And not only does he play, but he plays big minutes down the stretch. Same thing in the Georgia Tech game. And so you don't know when your number is going to be called, but you also have to know this season, it's an evolution. So the way the season starts, whether it be playing time, minutes, rotations, it doesn't mean that's the way it's going to end, or middle of the season is the same thing. It can continue to change. But it's been his attitude and his work ethic that I've been so proud of.
My minutes, like you said, have gone up a little bit, but for me, it's really just keeping the same approach every day. I got to stay level, and no matter if I, don't play at all, or if I'm playing the majority of the minutes, I'm coming in every day and working hard, and that's what got me those minutes. And, the shot making, I think, is what shows, but I think if I just continue to play hard in all the other facets of the game, hopefully I can keep contributing for us and, be an X factor when I get on the court and just stay ready to produce.
On the left, back up top for Jared. To the right, Power open again. Hits again.
What's up, Duke Nation? It's the freshman 4. We back on campus. We got the boy Caleb in the building.
Yes, sir. Back on campus, ready to get rocking and rolling, fellas.
Got that boy TJ Power.
Day one,
that boy Sean Stewart.
Our favorite class in the building. Yes, sir. Number 1 freshman class in the country.
We're gonna go outside and just go network. Just go meet some people. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with.
We want the frisbee.
Bring it both, low key. We're gonna go outside and just go have fun. Be some freshmen, some normal kids. These really my brothers.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't wait for my boy Sheen to get here.
Bro, this really here. Family, bro.
Like once you see one, you see all.
You know when they talk about the brotherhood, you're like, oh my God, brotherhood. No, these are my brothers.
You're not gonna see one.
Like my family. If you see one of us, you see all of us. You know what I'm saying? The door locked, we got the key right here for him.
My connection with Duke started pretty late in my AAU summer, my junior year, playing an EYBL session. Coach Scheyer came to watch one of my games, and I played really well that tournament, and then we just started a dialogue from there, and it actually moved pretty quick. Duke was one of the last teams that I was talking to, but I felt a special connection right away, and I visited right after my last tournament of the summer, and then I went home, and the Duke brand and the Duke connection I had with the coaching staff kind of stuck with me, and then I made my decision to come here.
I actually watched him play flip in a high school tournament in June, and I was really impressed with him. But I didn't know at that time, it was just early for us in the process. And so a year later, I said I have to go watch this kid play in person. And so I go watch him play in Kansas City It was a little bit later in the process, and I just saw the way that he could shoot the ball, the fact he never stopped moving, play both ends, his size, his feel, his passing. He competed, and I walked away just telling our staff, look, this kid's a no-brainer, man. He belongs here.
The number one thing was my relationship with Coach Scheyer and the coaching staff, but obviously the opportunity here at Duke is something that I think every basketball player wants to chase, and I kind of had that fire in me to play on the biggest stage here, challenge myself every day in practice with the team that we have, and then, you know, the opportunity to win a national championship is something that I'm chasing too.
Tyrese crossing over, got all the way inside, fed it to the right. Roach up top, Power again. Good again! Power at the other end, rains in a three off the left. TJ Power with his first field goal.
Work is the preparation, everything that goes behind it is stuff that stacks up each day. You know, I worked hard. You know, I had a lot of summers just in the gym every day, improving my shot, extending my range, and really just kind of being tactical with it. And I think if you can be self-aware, you can make a lot of adjustments. So, you know, I'm at the point now where I'm just super confident in my shooting ability, but it's still something that I got to put work in every day with. So. The acclimation process, you know, I'm still in it. Obviously, it's still early in the season, but it's exceeded expectations as far as, you know, first day on campus, just kind of the recognition you get around campus, and then, you know, once you step into practice, it's everyone's going at each other every day, and that's something that's helped me grow a lot. And I think I've kind of understood myself better throughout the whole process. And, you know, now that we're in season in the games and you get into these big environments, it's just, you know, heightened everything, I think, for me a lot, and opened my eyes to, you know, the level that you have to come in with every day.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And to handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? Everyone agrees on the best team in smart home security. CPI.
Statistically, the world is losing color. But who wants a gray world when we could have this? Honey yellow, periwinkle, indigold. Things stay the same when the same is where you stay. But in hundreds of Delta destinations, simply opening your eyes can open your world.
We still believe in the American dream.
A dream filled with promise. A dream filled with commitment to our neighbors and our communities.
Where we work hard and succeed together.
Where we take care of those who serve for us.
SRS delivers with integrity and purpose.
Through the fastest growing family of independents in the country.
Company by company.
Person by person.
Rooftop by rooftop.
SRS Distribution delivers more than building products. SRS delivers dreams.
Duke Basketball 360, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Too strong on the jumper, a third try for Mitchell, into the paint, out for Roach. A ball fake and a three. Count it! Jeremy Roach dials one up, and the Blue Devils are back in front. It's 23-21. Battle three that's too strong. The rebound high into the air and claimed by Filipowski. Now ahead for Roach. Behind the defense, he'll lay it up and get the roll. So crafty on the drive, and the Blue Devils have the lead again, 24-22. Left baseline 2 is good. He shook his defender to the deck in the lead back to 10. Too strong on a 3. McCain, an offensive rebound. A scoop to Roach. Wants to drive by 2 defenders. In on a 3rd. Off the window and down. Jeremy Roach into double figures. And the Blue Devils back within 3. Roach penetrating into the paint. All the way in. Gets it to go off the right. Acrobatic in the air, and he's got 18. 6 and 5. A double team comes. 4 and 3. Knocked loose to the right for Roach. 2 and 1. Can he do it again? You bet! Dials it up from 3, and it's a 14-point lead.
The thing we need the most from Jeremy is just being steady. And, you know, he's shown up as consistently as anybody on our team. You know, he's come through for us in big ways, scoring. We've asked him to do a whole lot. We just need him to be steady. And for him, influencing winning as much as possible, he's trying his best, but also there's more to be done. Like when guys collapse, he's got to kick it. You know, when a shot goes up, he's got to get back on defense. He needs to be the example of all the little things or all the things that equate to winning. He has to do it at the highest level. And so I hold him to the highest standard. He holds himself to the highest standard, but he's been through it. He's not phased. He's a competitor. We just need him to continue to do more.
Our defense has been solid. At the state farm team. Look, when we have shots, be confident. When we have shots, be confident. When you drive, like the last time you kicked it, you just stay there. So you're clogging it up. You got to get out. You got to bring it back up for somebody else. Keep our space in and keep flowing in.
We need to use the month of December to attack every single day in practice. And you all won't see it because we're not going to be televising it, or it's not filmed. But for us, that's where our focus is at. We have to get better and develop an identity and an edge at a deeper level. And so every day, everybody in our program, our staff, our players, we're attacking this. And then when we have a game, because we have 4 games in the month of December still, where we cherish those. You only get one of them, and then a few days later, and then not for a week later, and then not for 10 days later. And so for us, we want to attack every single day where it's the most important thing that we have. And if we approach it that way, great things will come of it.